Kumi came as many do, with a small bag. He had been at the university. He was clever with his words. He had learned how to make people look at him and say, "What a fine man." He came to serve as a member of the NYSC, posted to a small village school to teach. He wore the green vest. That means, for a time, he belonged to the national hope. The village welcomed him. The school gave him a quarters. They placed him in SS3C class, the final year class, the student who would write WAEC and carry a family hope beyond the village. The school sat at the heart of the village, a square of chalk, a bell that caught the day, a yard where girls and boys ran home at dusk. The students were young, dreams knotted tight like seeds in a palm. This is the class of SS3C, 6 row on decks, name written boldly at the top of their exercise books. Among them was a girl named Anna. Anna was only 16, quiet in the way spring kept its hush. She came to school with a small ambition: pass WAEC, lift her mother, change the small worry of their table. Anna's mother woke up before dawn each day to sell what she could, saving little by little, counting hope in naira and small prayers. Kumi watched the bell and the children and learnt the rhythm of the place. To many, it seemed kind. A teacher who stayed after class to help, who marked books with neat hands. To some, it seemed merely cheerful. To others, it seemed like someone who had come seeking for favor. One day, he told the class that he would hold extra lessons after school. "Come to my quarters with your assignments," he said. On paper, it sounded like the right thing. Extra lesson for those who needed them. Parents nodded. The headmaster thanked him. The students, who trusted the teacher's word, came. Anna came. She came because of a teacher asked, and because in the village, a teacher instruction carries weight. She sat politely at the small table in the quarters, pen ready, books open. She expected lesson. We must be clear. What happened here is not the secret of one night told lightly. It's a pattern of a man using his post to take advantage of trust. Kumi abused the place authority gave him. He used his role as a teacher, person entrusted with a child's future, for his own desire. He made choices no teacher should make. So, Anna came for the lesson, a student in SS3C, carrying the bright hope of a family who believe in her exam. After the lesson, after the whole class have gone home, Mr. Kumi would tell Hannah to wait behind. Kumi spoke kindly at first, praised for the right answer, a soft joke that made her blush. Then, his word grew sweeter. He told Anna she was different. He told her he had never met a girl like her. He said she was beautiful. He told her he loved her. He promised he would care for her future if she trusted him. He talked her into staying longer after lesson, not by force, but by pressure dressed as kindness. She agreed, not from clear freedom, but because the man the school called teacher had made refusal feel impossible. That night, she believed his word. That night, she gave herself to him. But the love he promised was a lie. 1 week passed. Anna waited for the warm words he had promised. She waited for the gentle calls, the small notes, the secret smile. She expected that man who had said he loved her would keep her near. Instead, he grew distant. At first, it was small. He stopped calling her after lesson. He no longer asked her to stay behind. His voice, once soft and sexy, now carried laughter meant for others. Then, Anna saw him with her own eyes, Kumi, laughing loudly with other girls. He touched their shoulders, whispered into their ears, leaned close where he had leaned close to her. He looked at them the way he had looked at Hannah, the same look that has felt like a promise. Anna's heart broke slowly and quietly. She had believed him. She has trusted his words. She thought she was special. But now, she saw she was only one of the many who had been spoken to with the same sweet lies. Every day, the distance widened. Every day, Anna felt more invisible in the place she had once thought she mattered. Her trust has been taken, her hope has been folded away. And though she kept her silence, inside her, the shame and the sorrow grew. Words from a man in a place of trust can be next. A yes given under pressure is not the same as a free yes. His promises were sugar that hid a trap. One morning, Hannah woke up different. She moved slowly. She kept her hands on her belly. A mother who had always measured hope in small naira coins and in the heat of evening soup watched her daughter and felt a knot of worry tightening in her chest. Hannah, her mother said one afternoon, voice small with a hope that was also a prayer. Are you well, my child? She asked. Anna answered softly, trying to fold the fear into a small voice. Her mother's heart could not be quieted. She said, come, let's go to the clinic. If it is nothing, we will laugh and go home. If it is something, we must face it together, her mother said. At the clinic, the nurse took Anna's hand kindly and asked gentle questions. The waiting room felt too loud, each breath and footstep like a drum beat in her chest. The test was done with quiet movements and a paper that would say what Anna feared most. When the nurse returned, the room seemed to lean forward. The words were plain and clear. The test was positive. Anna was pregnant. Her mother first hope that it would be nothing fell away like a leaving wind. She covered her face with her hands and then stood up, steadier now because fear had become action. Is this what I'm thinking? She whispered to the nurse. Yes, the nurse said. It is what you think. Anna watched change in the space of an hour. Where there had been plans of exam timetables and study nights, there was now a list of new demands. Here, explanation and the hard task of naming who have done this. Her mother held her without saying a word. Then a fierce quiet came into the woman's voice. She would not bow to shame alone. She would seek the truth. The news traveled the village the way the harm of a bad harvest travels, from house to house, women from women. At first, people spoke in whisper. Then, like a rain that cannot be stopped, once it starts. The truth reached the ear of other mothers. They began to look at their girls with new questions. In time, 5 more families brought their daughters to the clinic. One by one, tests were done. One by one, the nurses read names and the word positive again. 6 students in SS3C, 6 young lives, men are carrying new burdens. Where they've been pen and exam practice, there were now waiting rooms and medical lists and long, and even sleepless nights. Mothers did not keep these things to themselves. They gathered in the markets, at the well, on the path by the palm tree. Anger and worry made a decision. They would not whisper alone. They would go together to the headmaster. They would bring what they had, their daughter, the clinic paper, and a single name that has surfaced in every quiet conversation, Mr. Kumi. They walked as a group to the school, a line of women whose faces were made stern by fear and purpose. The headmaster office felt smaller that day, crowded with the weight of what was to be said. The mothers placed the clinic paper on his desk like a demand. They spoke one by one, steady and trembling, until the room held the truth. All the 6 girls stood where the headmaster could see them. Each girl was young. Each was a student of SS3C. Each carried the same quiet pain. The headmaster asked the question the room needed answer. Who is the father? Who did this to you? One by one, the girls looked up. They did not speak in loud voices. They did not shout. They pointed carefully and firmly to the same man. It is Mr. Kumi, they said. 6 small voices, one man named. A whole village leaned in to hear what the mother already knew in their bone. The headmaster could not pretend this was a single error. The repetition was a pattern. The same man called again and again. The same quarters, the same private lesson, the same promise turned to hurt. The mothers demanded action. They wanted the school to keep its children safe. They wanted the truth, not hidden behind the school's good name. The headmaster felt quiet, pulled between protecting the school's reputation and protecting the children entrusted to him. He chose, in that small, necessary courage, to record the complaint and to send the matter to those who could act beyond the school gates. Kumi was called before the school. The headmaster spoke in a voice that has learned her hard day, that protecting children is more important than protecting a nation. Kumi had no words that could turn back what he had done. He was sacked. The school took steps it should have taken. They removed him from the class where he had been trusted and sent his file to the authorities. The NYSC committees received the reports. They collected his NYSC results, his certificate, the paper that meant he had served, was withheld. Where once his name had been free, a heavy mark sat beside it. Doors Kumi had walked through closed one by one. More than that, the police opened their record. They called Kumi to the station and asked questions he could not untell. Mothers sat in the room with the papers in their heads. The girls gave their statements at the station under the observation of men who keep records. Kumi was made to sign a document. It said, in clear words, that he accepted responsibility for what had happened. He signed that he would take care of the duty of supporting the 6 girls and the children they would bear. The papers did not undo the harm. He could not give back the months lost to fear. The night a mother cried, the lesson a girl did not attend, but it put his name to a weight he could no longer deny. And so, Mr. Kumi's life and career ended in shame, while the innocent young girls he had deceived carried scars that can never fully heal. Their dream of finishing school, writing exams, and chasing a brighter tomorrow were cut short by one man's selfish desires. The moral of the story is clear. No matter how sweet the words may sound, never trade your future for empty promises. To every young people listening, protect your dream, because once they are stolen, life cannot get back the same. This is the end of the story. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please do not forget to like this video, share with me your thoughts about the story in the comment section, and please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories like this. See you next time. Bye.